Hi there. Welcome back to Pauline Home Diaries. If this is your first time here, karibu sana to this big family. This is a forum where we discuss issues that affect the way we relate within our families, with our siblings, with our parents, and other members of the extended family. Here we bring out the good, the bad, and the ugly of what is happening in our families, of course with the name of bringing positive change and improving on the way we treat each other. If you have not subscribed, kindly consider doing so. My name is Pauline Ohome and welcome to today's program. Today's episode will be on the family kitty, and we shall start by defining a kitty, which according to the dictionary is a fund set aside for communal use, made up of contributions from a group of people. And since we are talking about the family kitty, these are funds that have been pulled together by family members. This is done with an aim of avoiding knee-jerk reactions of sudden financial needs, whereby people will be called and told, tuma pesa, mother needs to go to hospital, tuma pesa, mtoto wa fulani amefukuzwa shule, tuma pesa, the roof is leaking, tuma pesa, there's a need that needs to be fixed. Mostly the beneficiaries of this kitty will be our parents, whose upkeep will be the main reason maybe why this kitty was put up. There could be some orphaned kids within the family or any other need as and when it comes up. Some families had kitties, some families have kitties, other families are planning to start a kitty. Some have succeeded in having one and running it smoothly for quite a long time, which is very commendable because we can never talk more on the need of having a family kitty. But in most cases, these kitties and this very noble cause does not succeed. It collapses along the way. Others collapse even before they take off due to so many reasons. And what are the reasons that make this very noble cause a fiasco? The reasons are many, very many. But in today's topic, we shall handle about 5 or 6 of them. And the first one and the main one is greed of the custodians of this money. Family members, not all family members can be able to keep this money. So during a meeting, maybe siblings or the family members, depending on the number of people, will choose a person or 2 or 3 people who will be able to be custodians of this money. But at some point, this person or these people might just decide to use the money and they don't care about the outcome. They don't care about the consequence. And they use the money for selfish gains, not considering whatever will happen when the needs come up. And then they'll become very, very hostile. They'll become very rough with anyone who tries to find out. Pesa tulitoa, ukatuwekea pesa ilienda wapi? We need money now. Can you get this money? And this person will be very hard on anyone who will try to follow on this. The other thing, and when they become this hostile, nobody will have guts to keep asking this person, ulipeleka pesa wapi? So you withdraw and make other contributions because whatever maybe has come up has to be handled. The other issue is that this custodian may not have the ill will or does not have the bad intentions of kukula hii pesa and not give a damn about what will happen, lakini atajikopesha, atajipea ka soft loan, atasema wacha nitumie 10,000 nitarudisha, and then they use the 10,000 anarudisha, and then the next time get another 10 or 20 or 30 or 15 or whatever amount they want to lend themselves. And just when they now the trend goes on and they get tempted to get even a bigger amount. And what happens? Something comes up. When you ask where the money is, a long story comes up and pesa ilienda hivi, pesa ikaenda hivi, sijui nini imefanyika, a long endless story, but the money is not available to cater for this need. The other thing is demands from the beneficiaries of these kids. At times you find that this money has been set aside for the issues and needs of our parents, but our parents are always in competition with their siblings now, who are our aunties and our uncles. If my uncle buys a goat, my mother also wants a goat, not because they really need that goat, but fulani haezi fanya hii na mimi sijafanya, amefanyiwa hivi na watoto wake, kwani mimi sijafanyiwa. So they will keep whining and complaining, nataka mbuzi, nataka ng'ombe, nataka nguo, and then you'll be tempted, you'll bow to this pressure and use this money. Then you start diverting the money that was meant for the upkeep, that was meant for family emergencies, and you start diverting it into other uses. The other thing is, there are those siblings who will never hustle, who will never go out and look for school fees for their kids. They will never go out and look for rent. They will never go out and try to cater for their financial need. Why? Because this kitty is always at the back of their mind. And every time they'll keep saying, sasa mtoto wangu amefukuzwa shule, ingekuwa ni fulani angetolewa hii pesa, ingekuwa ni fulani angelipiwa nyumba, ingekuwa ni fulani. And they keep throwing pity parties, taking other members of the family on guilt trips. And every other time this money is now drawn again, and the use of this money is again diverted. The other reason is that there are siblings who are control freaks. Money is contributed by members of the family, but every time this a need comes up, they are like, hii pesa hizi tumika hivyo, tunaweza fanya kitu, tutafute pesa na njia zingine, wacha hiyo pesa ikae. And especially so those who are able to put more than the others in this kitty, they now become the people who control how this money will be spent. Contributions within the family can never be equal, because not all members of the family have the same financial might. So the people who are able to make more contributions will keep controlling how this money will be spent. And then another reason is that there are other family members who just fall off on the way. And it's not only about the family kitty. In every family project, there are those who keep falling off. Every time something starts, the beginning is nice, everyone is up and running and saying, oh, this is a good idea, we need to do this, it is very important, we need to do this. But as time goes on, wanajitoa tu moja moja. They start by failing to send this month, they skip another month, they send this month and skip another 2 months, and eventually they fall off completely and they do not make those contributions. There are so many other reasons why these kitties do not go on. And how can we avoid this? How can we have a properly run kitty? How can we start a kitty and maintain it and run it smoothly? One, we can start by one. Those people who are given the custodianship of this money, kindly be honest. Do not use it for your selfish gains. Do not use it for your personal uses or your personal gain. Remember always, you've been entrusted with this money. You've been entrusted with this kitty. Please do not punish other family members with your greed and use that money. If it is the beneficiaries of this money, it is good to have discussions with them and tell them, hii pesa ni yenu, inatengwa sababu yenu, lakini iko na matumizi, the uses that we need to stick to and avoid diversions of these kitties. For those who will never hustle and do anything, because they, at the back of their mind, they know there's some money somewhere, and if they whine loudly, the money will be given to them. It is only fair to make it clear to them that this money is meant for this purpose, this money is meant for this reason, and it will not be diverted at any cost. And I think when you stick to your guns and show that this money will not be diverted, people will be able to learn to look for how they're going to cater for their financial needs without having this family kitty at the back of their mind. For those control freaks, it is good to know that even if you're making contributions, that everybody's idea matters. And people will feel cheated when every time they make contributions, but you look like you're always the person to have the final say. It is not fair to your siblings. It is not fair to your other family members. If you really feel like on your own you can be able to do some of these projects, you can maybe pull out of the kitty and say, I'll not contribute to this kitty, but I'm going to take up this issue. In case there's an emergency, I'll be able to take it alone. If it is a medical care of the parent, I'll be able to take it on my own. If it is the upkeep of my parents, our parents, I'll be able to take it alone. But do not pile pressure on people and always make them feel less or uncomfortable about something that they're also contributing in. If it is those who fall off on the way, it is good that you have discussions, and maybe during meetings that it's good to catch up and find out, why has this person stopped contributing? Why did you start with the rest and why did you fall off on the way? Because this will also discourage other members of the family who are making contributions, and they will also feel like kama fulani hatoi na kama fulani hatoi, hii mzigo ni kama nimeachwa nimebeba peke yangu. So eventually everybody decides we don't even need it. What a kiumane, whatever happens, whatever flows. And when that time comes when we need this money, tutajua vile tutafanya. But for now, sitaendelea kufanya kitu yenye wengine cannot see the importance of doing it. There are so many other things that we can discuss and do and consider so as to maintain this kitty, which is very, very important. And I hope today's information will be of help to at least one family and see the need of running this kitty and running it smoothly without creating conflict within the family. I'm glad that you're able to tune in. I hope you have subscribed. If you have not, kindly consider doing so. And I'm so glad you're here. Thank you so much and goodbye. My name is Pauline Wahome. See you next week. Thank you.